guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today's video is all about my January monthly favorites. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been very focused on my no-buy / low-buy for the year, and specifically the first quarter. I have all of those videos on my channel. I really struggled with how I'm going to move forward in monthly favorites. I recently asked you guys on YouTube community tab what type of videos you guys prefer to watch, and overwhelmingly, you guys really love my monthly favorites. So moving forward, I want to do monthly favorites, but I want to also acknowledge that we don't want to go too crazy with everything being new. I'm going to focus on the first part of my monthly favorites, things that we can consume for free or for a very low monthly membership, like if it's something I find on a streaming service. And then I'm going to move into things I've rediscovered and have re-fallen in love with. Move into new favorite product discoveries. This way, if you guys are also on no buys or low buys and being more conscious about your financial spending, you can also enjoy some of my favorites without having to rush to the store, and hopefully also be inspired by rediscovering your current makeup and skincare collection and using up what you already have, as well as having room to discover new products for when you're ready. Let's talk about my monthly favorites for January 2019. The last few years, I feel like podcasts have really made a huge boom in the marketplace. I know Chris has been listening to podcasts for a really long time, and for a while, podcasts was mainly dominated by men and male-driven shows. It's also why we started Behind the Beauty podcast, which is my podcast. We're in season 5, where we talk to brands, entrepreneurs, people behind our favorite beauty products and beauty lifestyle brands. So I wanted to share with you one that I've been loving from NPR. It's called How I Built This. And I know lots of people have been talking about it, and it's worth the hype. It's incredibly beautifully produced, very intricate, very inspiring, and also just very well done overall. Guy is such a great journalist, and he does a great job at asking really interesting questions, as well as doing his research before each interview. Some of my favorite episodes, and the first one I listened to is Emily Weiss from Glossier. I'm a huge fan of Glossier, you guys know this, and Emily Weiss is like the epitome of a millennial entrepreneur girl boss. So I love listening to her talk on How I Built This. I also really enjoyed the episode of Patagonia. Patagonia has been around for a lot longer than I realized, and I love what the brand stands for, and I hope to one day also own Patagonia coats and jackets and outdoor wear. I also really enjoyed Saban. He had such a great episode, and he's such an interesting fella, so smart, coming from an immigrant background, and I really appreciated that as well. So those are 3 of my favorite episodes that I would recommend starting with, and of course it's free to listen to on any of your podcast listening apps. I personally just have the podcast app on my iPhone, and I download my favorite ones. If you're a fan of podcasts and being inspired and just getting to know more about beauty in general, then definitely check out my podcast as well. Mine is a little bit more raw, not as structured. It's more about a conversation about just how entrepreneurs, how people got to where they are, and what inspired them to go into the beauty space. Behind the Beauty podcast is now in season 5, and we produce all of it ourselves. So check it out. I will link it in the description box, along with everything else I mentioned in today's video and everything I am wearing. The show I've really been loving, and it's already wrapped up its 6th season, which is their final season, is The Americans. If you have Amazon Prime, you can stream it for free. Chris and I have been slowly but surely making our way through The Americans. I'm a huge Carrie Russell fan from her Felicity days, so I really enjoy the show. It's really well written and beautifully acted, and really well produced as well. I think we're at the end of season 3 currently, so we're halfway through the series right now, and I've been loving it. So that's something that I think most of us have Amazon Prime. And the final free thing I've been loving for the month of January is I discovered Pamela RF on YouTube with her workout videos. Pamela is different from Whitney, which I've mentioned here before on my channel, and I like incorporating Pamela's workouts with my weight training and cardio training during my weekly workout routine. So Pamela uses 0 equipment and very quick workouts. She has 10 minutes all the way to like a 20-minute total body. These are great to do at, like, in combination. I'll do a 10-minute abs and a 10-minute legs, and you can either do that multiple times or you can just do it in one go. These are, no joke, incredibly hard. I work out for about an hour a day, 4 days a week. And when I started incorporating Pamela's videos, I was like, wow, this is why you should do a ton of different types of exercises, because no matter how much weight I'm using your own body weight is definitely a different way of training, and she does more like HIIT styled body weight training, but they're highly effective. I really enjoy them and I use them about once a week. They're completely free. It's available on her YouTube channel, which I will link, and I actually discovered her through Blair Walnuts here on YouTube. Blair is just like blowing up. So if you haven't watched Blair, she was like a favorite of mine all through December. I discovered her and fell in love with her channel. She is hilarious, like such great editing. She does a lot of like, I try eating like so-and-so for the day or for the week. She also does some beauty, some fashion, but mainly like more food videos, and she's just really funny. I really love her for her personality more than anything, and her editing skills. So I discovered Pamela RF because she tried her exercises, and Blair's just like, I'm obsessed with Blair, okay? Being on my low buy, no buy, I have just been really interested in kind of going through things I used to love. And I talk about my low buy a lot, where it's not just with beauty products. It's really all encompassing, becoming more aware of my spending habits and why I'm spending, and more cautious of the mindless spending that I tend to do when I'm feeling depressed, insecure, self-conscious, sometimes even when I'm feeling happy and I can't like comprehend all of the emotions I'm feeling, I will immediately go and shop. I have been documenting my journey weekly, and a lot of you guys have really been enjoying that. And two things I kind of forgot about but absolutely have been loving is, the first one, my Makeup Forever single shadows. And I pulled these out because I used to be only a ride or die single eyeshadows from MAC, and that was back in the day. I did a video about my makeup collection and my makeup routine before discovering YouTube and really what that was like. And I don't own any MAC single shadows anymore, but I do still own the Makeup Forever single shadows, and I love these. These are so good. They're so pigmented. You can use them wet or dry. They're a really generous amount of product. High quality. And I just feel like we kind of stepped away from these single shadows, but why? Because they're so good. And I really just use the top three. I will have the actual shadow names listed in the description box. I love a brow bone highlight. I also like using this kind of like cream bone shade as a set to just bring out all of the other colors if I needed to, if I'm going in for a more poppy of colors. And then this is something I've just been wearing all over my lid into my crease. It just gives me this beautiful, like, I didn't try very hard, but I still defined my eyes a bit. And does she just naturally have like smoky eyes, or is that makeup? I love that look. And then of course you can always deepen up everything with the different other shadows that I have. I also like using this like brownie plummy shade to deepen up my crease or to do an outer V. You can also use this to line your eyes. Like I mentioned, these shadows can be used wet or dry, so if you spray down your brush, you can definitely get a beautiful eyeliner effect and almost like a liquid line effect. So I just have been really enjoying these shadows. I don't feel like anyone's talking about this anymore, and Makeup Forever makes just really beautiful single shadows. I've been really loving my little tin. I'm tempted to go and like pick out some more shades because it's just so good. Another rediscovery from my makeup collection is the Laura Mercier Baked Highlight 01. This is such a great highlight. This just makes you look naturally glowy. It's not glittery, it's not chunky, it's not glow me to the moon, but it's definitely something's there. She looks really healthy. What is that? Is that makeup? Is that not? It is makeup. I actually learned about this from Kathleen Lights way back in the day. Ran out, tried to find it. It was sold out for the longest time. Got my hands on it and I've never turned back. But I kind of forgot about it because we got a little inundated with highlights the last few years. And I just recently re-pulled this out and I put it on my face and I'm like, God damn, this is good. Beautiful product, and so much product too. I don't know when I would ever use this up. Now let's move into some new favorite discoveries for the last month. This is including new product launches I've been testing, as well as just things I've been loving that isn't old discoveries but new to my life. First item is the Physicians Formula and Casey Holmes collaboration. I am impressed with the butter eyeshadows. I'm wearing the butter eyeshadows on my eyes currently. I'm using the shade No Filter, Sans Filter all over the lid. I'm using Do Not Disturb on my brow bone, and I'm using Trup It Like It's Hot on my lower lash line. When I first got this home and I swatched it on my arms, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. The eyeshadows did not swatch as beautifully as I expected, but then I put them on my eyes and I was shocked. They were absolutely buttery, creamy, pigmented, smooth, long-lasting, easy to blend. Everything I want from Physicians Formula Butter Collection, and it is so freaking good. These shadows are really versatile, very wearable. I like this palette in general because while the bronzer I feel like is a little too dark for me for every day, it works beautifully as my crease, and the shade will be perfect in the spring and summertime when I am a little bit more dark. The blush is really beautiful. I've been using that. I like how it's a little bit shimmery. You can also use it on your eyes. I've been loving this highlight not only for a highlight, but also for my inner corner highlight or the center of my lid to give it a little more of a pop. I think Casey did a beautiful job in curating her shades and curating how this palette can be worn multiple ways, take you from day to night, very fun, very tropical, but still very wearable and effortless. The lip balm is a beautiful tinted shimmery lip balm. It's actually in my purse right now. I absolutely love that. The one thing I'm not absolutely crazy about is the perfume. The perfume isn't my favorite. It's not like my favorite type of tropical scent. So I actually just took that out and I'm gonna give it to a friend. But overall, the quality of all the products are absolutely stunning. I love Physicians Formula. I love the Butter Collection. I think this all worked really beautifully. Packaging is cute. It is very lightweight, so if you wanted to bring this around, it is nice. I just wish that there was a way for me to take out just the makeup portion of it, so that, you know, my lip balm's not living in here, the perfume's not living in here right now, so I wish somehow we could have just taken out the colors so that it was a little bit more easy to throw in your makeup bag or something like that. In terms of like lightweight, you could definitely travel with this and it doesn't take up too much room, or I could probably dig this out and repan it. I'm keeping it because I like Casey's design on the front and I don't want to like get rid of it either. This is exclusive to Ulta, so if you're interested, just check out their website, place an order if it's still available, try and get your hands on it. I think it's a really great value, beautiful collection, very happy with it, and I've been reaching for it quite a lot. The next new launch I've been loving is from Makeup Forever, and it's their Ultra HD Anti-Crease Long Wear Self-Setting Concealer. 42 is the peachy orangey shade I use if I have dark circles to kind of color correct that, and then I use shade 30 to brighten and conceal dark circles. Honestly, unless I'm doing like a full glam face, I just use number 30. This is actually really self-setting. I like that it doesn't crease under my eyes. I like that it wears all day. I don't have to worry about it. I also do use it on my face as well, but the only place I find that anything will crease is usually under my eyes because I do have fine under eye lines. Now, I still recommend setting it just under your eyes because that is something that I just feel more secure with. I just lightly dust it with some powder, but the rest of my face, I don't feel like I have to set it. If you're super dry, I don't think you'll need to set this necessarily. You'll have to play around with it, but I've been really enjoying how lightweight it feels, but still medium coverage for any discoloration or anything like that. You can actually build up the coverage to full coverage. Skincare item I have really been enjoying also is the Jouer Essentials Hydrating Clay Mask. This is a hydrating yet detoxifying clay mask, which is very unheard of. Typically with a clay mask, it's very drying, it detoxifies, clears out your pores, but it does dry down and kind of suck away oil from your skin. There are hydrating clays, but not anything like this. This doesn't dry down on me. This actually feels very nourishing and very brightening while also detoxifying and hydrating my skin all at the same time. I've been loving this because it's made me be a little bit more lazy with my kind of pampering routine. I can wash my face, use some toner, slap this on, leave it on for 10-15 minutes, rinse it off in the shower, and I did the job of 2 masks in 1. Never stick your finger in this. It comes with this little spatula and tool, which I love. I do have 15% off to all Jouer Cosmetics website orders. So if you ever want to purchase from Jouer, this is good for your entire purchase. It's good for as many purchases until they take away my code. Serein 15, you get 15% off. Another thing I've been really enjoying from Jouer is the overnight conditioning and repair lip mask. This has been really lovely and nourishing. And what I like about this is, unlike other lip masks, it doesn't leave your lips with like that film, and it doesn't leave your lips with that sticky feel. This absorbs into my lips really, really quickly, but it's ultra nourishing, ultra hydrating, and it smells like cake batter to me. I love the way this smells. I also use it underneath my more mattifying lipsticks, and I use it throughout the day, honestly. You can use it for whatever. The other item I've been enjoying from Jouer is the Smoothing Sugar Lip Scrub. I use this like once a week because I always forget to scrub my lips. But again, this smells like cake. It smells so good. What I found so interesting is that the sugar scrub in this is the most refined sugar I have seen in a very, very long time, if ever. A lot of sugar scrubs, you can see the granules, you can see the chunks, and it's almost very goopy and messy. This is a very refined scrub. It's very granulated, it's not chunky, it's not goopy, it's not messy. It's very, very lovely and very luxurious and high quality. And you just take a tiny little bit and massage it all over your lips. You can rinse it off, wipe it off. Something I've absolutely been obsessed with is CO by Yolette, and Yolette is my friend. I am supporting her, but I absolutely love her jewelry. The quality is so good. I've had a couple pieces and I worked out with them. I've sweated with them on, and there hasn't been any issues for me. I just love the subscription service she offers. It's $60 if you do month to month, and you can get a little bit of a discount if you commit to 6 months ahead of time. This month was $204 value in jewelry. This necklace is from January subscription box, and so are my earrings. There's the little mini lightning and then these little cute gold hoops. Also have this longer necklace with the lightning bolt. I absolutely loved this so much. Just so beautiful. And December's box was beautiful as well. You saw me wear December's jewelry a lot during that month. For me, it's something that's really valuable because I personally don't ever treat myself to jewelry, and I'm really bad at picking out my jewelry, but I desperately, desperately need accessories to jazz up my very basic capsule wardrobe. Having a subscription service like CO by Yolette is just perfect for someone like me who can spend $60 a month, which is not that much, for over $200 worth of jewelry every month. I love it because it inspired me to use my second ear piercing, which I kind of forgot about, but I wanted to wear both of these earrings this month, and I was like, I should see if my second ear piercing still works, and it does. One of the subscription boxes I get very excited to get every month. Like, I see the previews on social media from Yolette, and then I'm like, I can't wait for my box to arrive because that's gonna jazz up my black sweater, those earrings are just gonna live in my ears for the entire month, and then around the time that like I'm gonna almost want to retire that jewelry, my next month's box arrives. And because it's jewelry, it's something I can pass on to my friends, my family members, or I can rotate it back in a few months. Anyways, I just really have been enjoying it, and I think it's such a great gift. Subscription box too. Sign up for the subscription box. What you can do is sign up now for January and still get all of the pieces as long as supplies are still available. I love it. I love all the pieces so much. I have talked about these incense in my weekly vlogs. These are my new obsessions. I've been meditating every day. I have the Calm app, and it's really, really helped me. I just feel so comforted. How do I say this? It is very comforting when I light these incense. That if you watched my favorites with Christine from last month, we talked about our lifestyle favorites over on her channel, and she gifted me one of the rose rope incense, and I burned it and I fell in love so hard. And then I was on a no-buy, so instead of buying them, which I was totally gonna do, I was totally gonna break my no-buy, Christine was like, oh, I'm trying to get rid of some of my incense, let me just give you these. So both Chris and I have been obsessed with burning incense. Like, I'll come home and he'll be burning these. So I have the rose one and I have the sandalwood. These are purchased from House of Intuition and they're $5 a bundle. Now we've been using these quite a bit and look how much is still left. So I think for $5, it's way cheaper than my soy candles, way cheaper than a lot of my candles. My candles are quite expensive. I feel like they last longer and we've been burning them multiple times a day. Safe for inhalation and safe for the environment as well. Christine actually gave these to me. They were purchased from House of Intuition. I went onto the website, I can't find them, but I'm asked if I can find similar ones, I will link them. They're called rope incense and the scents I have is rose and sandalwood. And my last favorite for the month is going to be my Instapot. I am obsessed with my Instapot. My friend V gave it to me for Christmas and I love my Instapot. I make so much food in it. The best part is it's super quick, super easy to clean, and there's just countless and countless amounts of recipes to do in the Instapot. Like a big batch of chili and we'll have it for like 3 or 4 days. I also make cracked chicken in it. I made bone broth. I've made so many things in my Instapot. I love it. It is so worth the hype. If you've been on the fence about the Instapot and you're in the market for one, don't hesitate. It's really good. I highly recommend my Instapot. I'm still reading the final book for Throne of Glass, so it's like over 20 hours. I'm at like hour 10 right now, so I have 10 more hours to go on this book, and I will update you guys as soon as I finish it. Please, no spoilers. Please. No spoilers. But yeah, that's why I don't really have a new book favorite this month because I'm still working on this one. I am savoring it a bit because it's the last one. Whew. You guys, it's been a journey. Sarah J. Maas and I have been on a journey and it's all thanks to you for telling me about her. That's everything I've been loving for the last month. I hope you guys enjoyed today's monthly favorites. Let me know how you like this new format where I share with you free rediscoveries and the new discoveries. As always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to do so. I would love to have you as a part of this community, and I upload 3 times a week, every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Sundays are my weekly vlogs, and then Chris and I have relaunched our second channel, Serein and Chris. We're gonna just be doing things about us. So I did a story time over there about how I almost failed first grade. It's not a clickbait or anything. I legit almost failed first grade and it was very traumatizing. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys right back here in my next video. Bye!